Polycarbonate is the strongest plastic you can actually get.
In other venues that I ran, polys were really unheard of.
It's the stuff that riot shields are made from, and also the lamination of bulletproof glass.
People were getting them all mixed up with a thing called plastic, and it's a totally different thing altogether.
This product is a direct replacement for glass.
These are really, really very high quality, high tech pieces of polycarbonate.
I was quite astounded that this was available.
Everybody has said how much it's saving them.
They've been produced that well over the last couple of years that you can't even tell that it's plastic until it's empty and it's light.
I cannot fault it, and I cannot find anything that's better.
This is a high quality product.
It can't be smashed, it can't be used as a weapon.
Long term, it lasts so much longer that you will get a big cost saving. People just cannot believe how strong it is until they actually try it.
BB Plastics is the UK's leading manufacturer of reusable and virtually unbreakable polycarbonate drinking vessels and catering products. Used by a growing number of pubs and clubs across the world in place of glassware, BB Plastics' ever-increasing product range is almost impossible to break. In cities that have made the switch wholesale to polycarbonate, police and the NHS have reported a dramatic fall in the number of glass-related crimes and injuries, with the added benefits such as an increased shelf life for the product, an ability to keep drink colder for longer, and a reduction in insurance premiums for some venues. BB Plastics' West Yorkshire factory employs cutting-edge technology, pushing back the boundaries of manufacturing and leading the way globally through innovation and great design. BB Plastics is a manufacturing success story, exporting its products across the world. Manager Mick Steer is in charge of the day-to-day running of the operation and explains why the product is so unique.
Polycarbonate is the strongest plastic you can actually get. It's the stuff that riot shields are made from, and also the lamination of bulletproof glass. So we know it's strong, we cannot break it, we run trucks over it. People just cannot believe how strong it is until they actually try it. This product is a direct replacement for glass. It gives you the same styles, the same identities as glass, the same feel. The only time you really notice a difference is probably when the glass is empty and it feels a little bit lighter. Nowadays, younger people understand that where these products are used, it's a safer environment for them.
Licensee Graham Rawson was convinced of the benefits of polycarbonates after conducting a detailed study in a city centre bar over a period of weeks which compared the products with their glass equivalents.
It's not a difference in either of them. These are really, really very high quality, high tech pieces of polycarbonate. Any big city vertical standing pub should use them. People were getting them all mixed up with a thing called plastic, and it's a totally different thing altogether.
The public have historically thought of plastic as cheap, thin, disposable items that really have low value, low quality. Our products now are manufactured along the lines of glass, where they look the same, they feel the same, they're not cheap, they don't break, it lasts much longer than glass. It's also better for the establishments where they can get reduced insurance premiums and clean up at the end of the night.
The UK's nighttime leisure industry is currently worth millions, but the risks posed by the continued use of glass in pubs and nightclubs are all too real. Marjorie Golding's son Blake was left needing more than 50 stitches after being attacked by a thug with a glass. She began researching the alternatives and went on to launch the POP campaign, calling for the use of glass in late night bars and nightclubs to be banned.
I was quite astounded that this was available. We contacted BB Plastics and they were very good to us. They sent us samples, they shared information with us, and they really helped us to kickstart the campaign. And also putting us into contact with people that weren't necessarily anything to do with BB Plastics, but that could help us. They felt very passionately the same way as we did. I can't believe that we are still selling drinks, a mind-altering substance, in what is potentially a weapon.
Well, glass is just a perfect weapon. You know, you can walk around with a glass in your hand and people think nothing of it, but once you break it, you have got a knife. You know, you search when you go into these clubs to make sure you've got no offensive weapons, but then when you get to the bar, they present you with a weapon.
A shard of glass will cut just as deeply as a knife. You know, it inflicts the same sort of wounds as a knife, and statistically, glass injuries are right up there with knife attacks, with knife injuries.
It's difficult to try and establish how many incidents are happening because nobody's actually collecting the full figures. But we know it goes into the hundreds, even the thousands each year from violent aspects. There's also the accidental aspects which add even more injuries.
According to the police and health service, cities such as Hull and Sheffield, which have made the switch to polycarbonates, have never looked back. They have helped save millions of pounds of public funds spent each year on treating glass-related injuries, investigating glass attacks and prosecuting offenders. Alison Newbold, who runs Sheffield's Leadmill nightclub, explains how customers have taken to the change.
Here, we don't really seem to have had that much of a problem with it. And I think it helped with it being introduced citywide all at the same time, because people know that, you know, they expect that now when they come out and they don't even mention it. But you know, they've been produced that well over the last couple of years that you can't even tell that it's plastic until it's empty and it's light. You know, they're that tough that you can't even tell. And they've got the nucleator in the bottom, which makes it keep its fizz, which is what people like. People used to come quite regular with cut feet. They've got either, you know, flimsy shoes on or the dolly shoes that are all in fashion. And obviously the glass shoes to go straight through the shoes. We've had as many as 10 cut the feet in one night. I can't remember last time that we had somebody with a cut on the foot due to standing on glass.
The cost of the products is on par with high quality glassware. The biggest advantage is the actual saving on the police force, the health authority and everybody involved, because every incident costs a lot of money. It's very difficult to actually explain how much it costs, but if it's investigated with the police and there's plastic surgeons involved, it can run into hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Although polycarbonates have been around for a while, BB Plastics has kept its products at the cutting edge by continually reinvesting in its West Yorkshire factory. By doing so, it has been able to enhance its products by adding features such as bespoke branding and nucleation. McSteer explains the impact BB Plastics products have had on the rest of the world.
All our products are manufactured here on site in our factory in West Yorkshire in the UK. We don't import any products to sell on, it's all made here. We've got the latest technology so we can compete with any country now, and we export as far as Australia, New Zealand. All the machines are the latest technology. The oldest machine we've got is now probably 3 years old. Our manufacturing system now is all multi-impression, fast cycling with the latest machinery, so our cost base is now as low as you can possibly get. So where the prices were very high a few years ago, now the volume's coming in because of people changing over to polycarbonate. We're making more and more and bringing that cost price down.
The technology is out there.
Everybody has said how much it's saving them.
The product is out there.
They last longer as well because they're not getting broken.
What this product is doing now is trying to make areas that were no-go areas now into an open area that people can go in and even take the families.
Glass injuries are non-existent when you make the switch.
Customers are happy with it, and if customers are happy, then we're happy.